I feel like most people that work at a desk, you're probably in this position throughout most of the day. But it's important to break up the day and intersperse some movement. So the easiest way to do that is by using something called joint circles. And the idea is fairly simple. You're just actively moving a joint through clockwise and counterclockwise circles through the full range of motion, nice and slow and under control. So I want to give you some ideas about how you can do that in a seated position so you don't even have to leave your workstation, but you can still get in a little bit of mobility work throughout the day. So I'll go through each of the joints and do 2 or 3 reps, but again, you might want to do 10, 15, 20. There's no set standard here, just do what feels good. So we're going to start at the top and actually work our way down. Key point with the neck is keep your mouth closed. It'll increase the stretch on the front of the neck as you look up. Rotate the thumbs back. Now this next one requires a little bit of explanation. So what you're going to do is start one thumb forward and one thumb back. And then as you rotate the hands and flip them, you're going to look towards the thumb that's pointing back. So I'll do a couple reps and you'll notice the flow that it takes. So flip, look, flip, look. You're going to feel that in your neck, but then also in your upper back and your shoulders. Next one takes a little bit of explanation too. You're trying to move the entire shoulder blade while keeping the elbow locked out. So bilaterally from the front. And that one's going to take a little bit of practice. It's tougher to achieve on the first try. Next, we want to work through flexion and extension. So if you have a chair that has a lower back, this one's pretty high, but let's say I have an armrest or something like that, you basically want to start higher up on the back, try to extend over the armrest, and make sure you exhale a little bit to turn on your abs. Then you might go a little bit lower, repeat. But again, it's not going to be a huge range of motion, just something to open up that T-spine. Finally, we're going to get ankles. Nice big circles, clockwise, counterclockwise. Both sides, right and left. I'll just do one. Get in some controlled hip rotation. So internal and external rotation. Nice and slow. You might feel your hip flexors cramp. Totally normal. Now here's a couple simple stretches. Figure 4. You're going to lean into it. Keep the chest nice and tall. Think flat back. Pull your spine up towards the ceiling. Big stretch on the outside of the glute. And then you can pull the knee up. Alternate between the two. Second stretch. Floss the hamstring by flexing the quad and extending the heel towards the wall in front of you. You also want to make sure that the back is nice and flat and upright as you do so. So that just gives you some real simple ideas of things you can do in a seated position at your desk to hopefully break up the workday and intersperse it with a little bit of movement.